Hey everybody, welcome to Facebook Live Ask Admissions. My name is Jordan Stevenson. I'm the Director of Student Recruitment, and we have some fantastic special guests tonight. We call them friends, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
Hello, Facebook Live. I'm Donald Coleman. I'm Director of Orientation and Transition Programs.
Hey, Facebook fam. My name is Chris Bruno, Director of Housing Operations and Residence Life.
And you all know me. My name is Jacinta Luster. I'm the Manager of Admissions and Special Populations.
Wow, that was the smoothest ever
I know.
for your
Yes.
new title. I love it.
That's in
And
the
then-
show, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
well, done.
we're done.
Close and hooty hoo. And we're definitely going to use Chris's Facebook fam. I like that.
I know.
That's
Look
fun.
at you.
Yeah.
Facebook
Yeah.
fan.
I mean, geez Louise.
I'm not even on Facebook.
These are heavy. Oh, well, that's probably why you said that.
We're just
Heavy
gonna let him
hitters
take
right
over.
away. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, just let Chris do everything.
Yes, that's fine. Turn it over to Chris. News from the nest?
Yeah, I think
Chris,
it's time.
kidding. News from the nest. Yeah, what did you do? A who? Okay, I love it. Who? Just. So we just finished our last open house for the fall. Jacinta and I especially are very excited, but so is everybody else. It was a fantastic fall. We had 4 open houses. Hopefully you made it out to one of them. If you didn't make it out to one of them, and you can see like really cool pictures that Becca's posted on social media, so check them out. But if you didn't make it out, we're going to have 4 more in the spring. So watch for those dates. They start in February. They go all the way through April. We do 2 on each campus. So 2 on the Marietta campus, 2 on the Kennesaw campus. Watch out how to sign up. Also want to steer you to spring.kennesaw.edu. So if you're out there and you're a student that wants to come here for the spring, or you're a parent out there and you know your student wants to come here for the spring, check out spring.kennesaw.edu. All the information that you need out there to come here for spring and enroll in spring is on that website. So definitely check it out. If you have questions, our contact information is on there. You're more than welcome to post here on Facebook Live as well, or on the general Facebook page, and we'll gladly answer those questions. I'm really excited. We've got our last home football game this week. Yes, November the 23rd, Gardner-Webb. Going to be a big game.
We're gonna win.
Yep, we're going to win.
Absolutely.
And then where's some wood? This is not wood. It's under here somewhere. I'm sure
We
there's
don't need it.
wood.
We just need plank.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
There you
Oh
go.
my gosh.
Yes.
Ooh, incredible. Yeah, we need a plank for
We
the
do.
set. Anyways, okay, for another day. But we're going to win, and we're going to go to the playoffs. That's what we're hoping for. So definitely come out. I think game starts at 2, so kickoff is at 2. Be here, Gardner-Webb, KSU. We're going to destroy them. We had an incredible week this past week against Hampton.
Yes, we did.
Blew them out of the water, so that was really cool.
Great.
If you are looking for spring or future terms, we've got some special information sessions coming up. So we have a day with honors. Our last one for the fall is going to be on December the 6th. You can sign up for that online, honors.kennesaw.edu. You can also go to our visit website, visit.kennesaw.edu. So if you want to come for a campus tour, check out our future open house dates, look at Spanish tours that we offer, any number of our special events you'll see at the visit.kennesaw.edu website. And then honors, they have their special website as well. You can read more about honors. We also have a special transfer information session. So if you're a transfer student looking to ask some very specific questions, because a lot of times transfer students have very specific questions, we would love to see you at our transfer information session. That's on December the 6th. And then if you've applied for the spring and you have yet to complete your application, we've got 2 special days for you to do that. So if you've been putting it off, as we tend to do from time to time, we have some document drop-off days. November the 21st, November the 22nd, completely during our business hours, so 8 o'clock all the way until 5:30. We're staying open late just for you. 5:30 p.m. that Thursday and that Friday, the 21st and the 22nd. Come and see us. That's later on this week. And that seems so wild. November's flown by. More Al jokes, Al puns. But come and drop your documents off with us 21st and 22nd. Both campuses, Marietta campus, Kennesaw campus, whichever one you can get to the soonest, that's where we want to see you. And we've got people here ready to meet with you. And then a little reminder, during the Thanksgiving break, so there's a couple of days that our office is going to be closed. That's going to be on Thanksgiving Day. So surprise, surprise. If you show up, we're not here. hopefully you're spending it with family, doing things you want to do. And then I myself, I'm a ridiculous, I guess it's now Thanksgiving evening, but Thanksgiving evening into Black Friday shopper, it's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
It's a reason to stay up. It's a reason to drink coffee at like midnight, and then go buy DVDs or do we still buy DVDs?
I buy DVDs.
From Walmart for like $1.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'll be up, and we won't be at the office
No.
that Friday. So don't come.
Can I add one more
yeah.
of it?
Yeah.
December 4th, if you are a junior or senior and you want to do dual enrollment, we have a dual enrollment information session December 4th, 3:30. We'll have an info session, and then following that, there'll be a campus tour. So we want to show you around campus. Even though you're going to be just a dual enrollment student, we still want you to see what's great about KSU.
Yeah,
So.
that's great.
Absolutely. Wonderful addition to News from the Nest. So tonight is all about the next steps. So Jacinta and I represent admissions, but we've got our buddies here from Housing and Orientation, and those are really our next steps. After you've been admitted to the university, we get a lot of questions about, okay, what do I do next? How do I commit to KSU? I'm ready to commit. And we have these wonderful people here with us tonight to talk about how you commit to the university. So we don't have an enrollment deposit or anything like that. We ask that students that are ready to commit sign up for orientation. We would love to have you live on campus, so you sign up for housing as well. So we're going to talk all about that tonight. Hopefully clear the air, make sure you understand what your next steps are to be able to move towards enrollment at KSU for whatever future term, but a lot of you are really looking at fall 2020. So thank you all for coming out tonight,
Absolutely.
spending
Thanks
your
for having us.
Monday night with us. Now, I think we've already got a question. Do we want to go ahead and take a question, or do y'all want to give a little bit of information?
It's up to you guys.
Yeah.
Wherever you want to
You got a good question?
I have a couple, but we can do it
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe how about hit on some key points from
Okay.
both of your areas. What are
Right.
things that students, parents out there absolutely need to know
Okay.
about orientation and housing?
Let's do that.
Yeah.
I guess I'll start.
Okay.
So one of the first next steps is to sign up for orientation. When you sign up for orientation, we know you are coming to Kennesaw. And so orientation dates will open up on December the 2nd. So you will log on to your Owl Express, and that's how you log in there, and you'll see the orientation sign up, and then you'll sign up for orientation. Now parents, there's something for you also. So the parent and family orientation runs concurrently with the new student orientation. So you'll sign up at the same time, and then during that opportunity, you have the opportunity to choose which campus you're coming to. So that's based on your major, is based on which campus you'll come to orientation on. So when you're signing up, you just select which campus you'll be coming to. It's also directed by major, and that'll direct you to which campus you come to for orientation. So we also have in the fall, right before school starts, we have extended orientation, and it's called Owl Expedition. So it's a 4-day, 3-night camp that students can sign up for. It's a great time. There's some pictures on the website if you want to look at it, of all the adventures that students are able to partake in. And so with that, it's just an opportunity to get to know a group of students before school even starts. And so we just had an Owl Expedition reunion last week, and the students really, you can see that they came together. So by the time the first day of class, they already have a group of students they already know, and then it's an opportunity to just participate in activities, a camp, learn more about Kennesaw during that time also, so it's a great, great time. And that's an optional thing, but people love it, and so it fills up pretty fast. And so during orientations is when you can start signing up for that also. Anything else you want me to share?
Yeah, hey Donald, is December 2nd for spring or fall 2020 orientation?
That's a great question. So if you're starting school in spring, so you should sign up now. Orientation is currently open. You can go right to Owl Express right now and sign up for the upcoming orientations. We have 3 more sessions upcoming, so make sure you sign up for those. If you're starting school in the fall of 2020, that's when orientation will open up, and also summer. So if you're starting in summer, also December 2nd will be the day that the orientation sign up open.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's it for that one.
Great. All right, so housing. Once you sign up for orientation and you know you're coming here to KSU, you want to make sure that you secure a spot to live after you leave your parents' nest. So the most important date, if you're an incoming first-year student, Monday, December 2nd at 10 a.m., our housing application will go live for you. We're super excited. We've made a lot of changes to it to make it easier for the students and families out there to navigate and proceed through. So Monday, December 2nd at 10 a.m., that's when the first year application opens up. If you're a new transfer student or a returning student who might be watching this tonight, Friday, January 3rd at 2 p.m. is when your application opens up. Everything's on our website, ksuhousing.kennesaw.edu. If you were to log into the housing portal, that is where you'll do everything application related. It's all electronic. Housing.kennesaw.edu will get you where you need to go. And if you were to log in there and click on the 2021 application, and we know some of you are doing it because we're tracking you, you'll hit an application unavailable page that will give you these dates again. Again, it's on our website. It's within the housing portal. You can't miss it. So we're very, very excited about that. High-level stuff about the application. It goes live on December 2nd. The power is in your hands to do everything from there. You'll pay your application initiation fee of $200. And then on March 23rd, you'll get to pick roommates. And that process will run from March 23rd to April 10th. And then beginning on Monday, April 20th, you'll be picking your room for you and your roommate. So everything, the roommate selection and the room selection is based on time slots. And you will receive a time slot based on the date and time you sign your housing agreement, not when you pay your fee. So the date and time you sign your housing agreement is when you'll be given your time slot. So yeah, I think, on our housing website, we have all the different housing options available to you. If you're a Kennesaw campus student, you have University Village Suites, University Village, KSU Place. If you're a Marietta campus student, you have Hornet Village available to you, which is a suite-style building. One thing to note, Donald mentioned that orientation is campus-specific. Same thing with the Marietta campus. If you are a student who's taking a major based on the Marietta campus, there is a first-year live-on requirement for those students. So again, if you're enrolling in a Marietta-based major, you will live on the Marietta campus. There is no live-on requirement for Kennesaw. So if you're a Kennesaw-based student, you can live at home with your family. You can live on campus if you want. It's whatever your preference is.
All right.
All right, we've got a lot of questions.
All right,
Great.
let's
Fire
fire
away.
away.
Okay, the first one comes from Haley.
All right, Haley.
And this is for you, Chris.
All right.
She wants to know if there's going to be a $375 application fee again for ARC, Austin Residence Complex.
So this is a tough question to answer, Haley. Do you live on campus currently? That's the question you have to ask yourself. That $375 total application fee, you'll pay that $200 fee just once. So if you're a returning student, you will only pay $175. Or if you're eligible to renew your same space, so you're in this bed down in ARC, you want to live there next year, it's only $100. So it's really dependent on your individual situation. I'd encourage you to come visit the housing office down in ARC Town Hall and get that specific answer.
Awesome. Okay, another housing question. Do first-year students living on campus have to buy a meal plan?
So you don't have to buy a meal plan, you are given one. So as a residential student, you are opted into the meal plan process. So yes, you will get a meal plan if you live on campus.
And the food is phenomenal.
The food, I ate in Commons myself for lunch. It was delicious.
All you can eat.
Perfect. Okay, so if you're a returning upperclassman, the fee is, can you reiterate that again? We got another question about that.
Okay, so I'll cover the fees. A first-time applicant, you're going to pay $375 total. In December, all you're going to owe is $200 of that. And then you'll pay the remaining $175 after you're able to get a room. If you're a returning upper class student, let's say you're a first-year student this year living in Village Suites, you want to return for next year, it's $175. You will not pay that fee until you receive a room. If you're a renewing student, it's only $100.
Awesome. Okay, this one says, can an admitted student apply for housing without commitment just to increase chance to get housing if they decide to commit? So I guess would they get a refund or how would that work?
That's an important point. So that $200 application initiation fee is non-refundable. So again, when you get a time slot for roommate selection, it's based on the date and time you sign your housing agreement, which comes before that fee is paid, but you will not be allowed to proceed into roommate selection until that fee is paid. So you can get in there on December 2nd, sign that housing agreement, and then pay the fee if you feel like you are going to indeed come to KSU.
Awesome. Okay, Donald, this one's for you. Does taking a tour count as orientation?
We are so glad that you have a tour, but guess what? During the orientation day, you get an additional tour. You know why? Because now you have specific classes and you know where your classrooms are, and so you'll be able to point those things out. So touring is also a part of the orientation day. So we'll see you at orientation.
Okay, another one for you, Donald. Do you have dates set yet for orientation?
Such a great question. So we currently, so the dates will run from May 29th to the end of July. And so the specific date per campus, you'll find that out when you log on to the Owl Express. We'll also be posting all the dates in January, so you have all those dates ready to go.
Awesome. All right, this is an admissions question. My daughter's been accepted for fall 2020.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yep. And how can she apply for the Honors College?
Oh, that's awesome.
Jordan.
We'll let you sit. No, all right. So easy application process. You go to honors.kennesaw.edu. On the left-hand side, it's the second option down. There's an application and eligibility portion. They do a great job with their website, a lot of explanation, but you get into the actual application for the Honors College there on the Honors website. So again, that's honors.kennesaw.edu. There's one application for all of the programs that are within the Honors College. They have the University Honors Program, which is the overarching program for undergraduate students. And then within the University Honors Program, they have PEGS, Presidents Emerging Global Scholars, which is a special cohort. And then they have the Great Books cohort. PEGS is cool, Great Books is my favorite, but I'm very liberal arts and humanities, so there you go. Both of those cohorts are very small, 25 students in each cohort. But when you're filling out the application, if your student's interested in one of those two, and you can read about those on the Honors website, you will select those on the application. But straightforward, and the Honors College is really good about reviewing applications. They do so on a rolling basis. So if your student were to apply tonight, for instance, they would most likely have a decision within 2 weeks of applying. It just depends on how busy the Honors College is, but they take their applications very seriously. They want to make sure they get students' decisions out very quickly. And now's a great time to apply to the Honors College. Our university scholarship application opened November the 1st. And the Honors College has some fantastic scholarships that they would love to give you. So please apply as soon as possible. Fill out the scholarship application, which you can also get to through Owl Express. And then hopefully you can get an Honors College scholarship as well.
Awesome. That's great.
Okay, Chris, got another one for
Okay.
you. Are there employment opportunities for RAs?
Oh, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what's an RA?
An RA is what we call a resident assistant, and they are student leaders who have gotten through their first year of college with flying colors. They've applied to be in this leadership role. We have as many as 3 RAs per floor in some of our first year housing areas, and they go through a really intensive training period where we train them on conflict resolution, helping students through mental health issues, getting them academic support, putting on events and programs. And right now we have 130 RAs between both campuses. We're looking to increase that for next year. So the application unfortunately just closed. We're doing interviews right now. So when you're a first year student next year, look for the application in the middle of September, early October. You can apply to become an RA. It's a wonderful jumping point for student leadership opportunities. Donald has great ignition leaders on campus. There's tour guide opportunities. There's freshman parliament. There's a lot of different opportunities for you to get involved here.
Okay. Awesome. So we have an accepted student, Rhiannon.
Rhiannon.
Oh,
Yeah,
Know that
I know.
name. Hooty hoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wants to confirm her next steps would be to go to orientation, and will they lead her to housing, or does she need to do that on her own?
That's a great question.
So,
Anyway, so
can.
let's reiterate the
Yeah.
steps in which she should.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
I got you.
Yep. So they both open on the same day. And so just remember December 2nd. And so that day you want to sign up for orientation and also sign up for housing. And
Yes.
so that's kind of how we want you to go about that. Orientation will still lead you to housing once you come and you haven't figured that out yet. But if you want a good chance, and I'll let Chris speak on that, you want to go ahead and sign up on that day. December the 2nd is your day
Yes.
to sign up for both of those things. So.
Put it
Yes.
on your calendar, put it in your phone, make a reminder,
Yep.
and December 2nd.
December 2nd.
Yeah.
And I'm going to reiterate, if you want to sign up for orientation, you go to where? Owl Express. I heard.
Wait, hold on. I didn't write it down, so I don't know.
I heard you all yelling from your couches.
And if you want to sign up for housing, where do you go?
Housing.kennesaw.edu.
Okay.
I also heard you guys say
I
that
was
out
not
loud.
ready for the quiz.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I just thought we were supposed to talk, but I didn't know I was going to
I
get
took it
quizzed
as
on this.
rhetorical.
Okay. So another accepted student.
Hooty hoo.
She was told,
Congratulations.
yeah, we have a lot of them on here.
Love it.
She
So
was
far,
told
yeah.
there is a wait list for housing. Will housing be available for fall 2020?
Oh, this is a wonderful question. So, will housing be available for fall 2020? The answer is definitively yes. Will we run out of housing for fall 2020? The answer is Most likely. This year, I can't guarantee anything. This year, we did have a wait list. We hit a wait list around mid-May for incoming first-year students, and we just simply didn't have enough spaces for everybody that wanted it. The admissions team did a great job recruiting high-quality students here to KSU. So will there be a wait list? Most likely. The last couple years, we've hit a wait list for Kennesaw campus students and have been able to work it. There's a woman named Allison Gulley who does a great job. This past week alone, she's been booking people for spring 2020, and she's booked 145 people this week with housing for spring. So if you're on the wait list, it doesn't mean there's no hope for you, but like Donald said, December 2nd is your day, 12 to 19. Get in there as early as you can. You'll have a very great chance at getting the housing that you want.
December 2nd, 10 a.m.
Can we do a brief comparison of housing on Kennesaw versus Marietta, what options are available?
Sure, absolutely. So on the Marietta campus, we have a suite-style building that we call Hornet Village Suites. And there's two different options in there. There's a single and a double. The difference between the two is how many people are in each bedroom. A single has one person per bedroom, so there's 2 people per suite, and they would share a bathroom and a shower and a little common area. In a double, you have 2 people per bedroom, so 4 people per suite, also would share a bathroom and a shower and a common area. On the Kennesaw campus, we also have that very similar setup, a suite style and University Village suites. We have a 2x1, same thing, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, 1 person per bedroom. There's also a 1x1, 1 bedroom, 1 bath. If you're somebody who isn't sure about sharing and you want just your own space for that first year, we have that option for you. In University Village, we have 3 different options. Everybody gets their own private bedroom and bathroom in University Village. We have a 2-bedroom, a 3-bedroom, and a 4-bedroom. By far, we have more 4-bedrooms than anything else. We only have 10 3x3s in University Village. We have about 24 2x2s. So they're very rare. If you want to live in Village, you'll probably get a 4x4. And then KSU Place as well is an apartment style. Village is also an apartment style, so you get a full kitchen within your unit. KSU Place, we have 4-bedroom, 2 baths over there. So everybody gets their own private bedroom, but you would share a bathroom and a shower with one other person on your side. Sounds very complicated. If you go to our website, we have everything listed out there for you. Click on first year students, housing options, and you'll see all these floor plans, virtual tours. Shout out to Tiffany Hunt and Catherine Ellsworth for getting these virtual tours up on the website. They're wonderful.
Awesome. Okay. So we have a question about how long are admissions decisions taking?
So
when you apply.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was ready. Because like everybody else is talking, so I felt like I needed to answer a question. I'm sorry. So admission decisions, once a student applies to KSU, so you have to submit your application, your high school transcript, and SAT or ACT scores. All have to be official. Once we have all of those documents for traditional freshmen, our decision turnaround time is usually about 3 to 4 weeks. If it is a busier time in the season, like closer to December and moving into January, it can range anywhere from about 4 to 6 weeks, just depending on how busy our time is. But it is a rolling admission process. So once we have that final document to complete your application, our decision time is fairly quick for our students. And you can check your status online. You can go into your AliExpress account and you can check your status there to tell you what you're missing, or if you've completed everything and you're just kind of at a waiting game.
So I have a question. I generally don't know the answer. That document drop-off days you mentioned, where you can come in person, you're up until 5:30. Does that help speed up that process at all, or does it still take the same amount of time?
It technically takes the same amount of time, but you're getting your document in our hands instead of waiting either on the mail or your high school counselor, or wondering if Parchment worked or Navient or one of these many sites that you go to and your counselors use to send us transcripts. So it doesn't guarantee a faster decision, but it does guarantee that we actually physically get your document that you're missing. So more often than not, it's a student that needs to bring in a transcript or something like that we've just been missing. And I will say, to add to what Jacinda was talking about, the application we find, we find a lot of times students, maybe families, are concerned about the application or a little unnecessarily worried about actually starting and filling out that application. It's kind of like most things in life, you just need to really take a step forward and then the rest of it's pretty smooth. So it's all about taking that first step. So filling out the application for us, it really shouldn't take you more than 20, 30 minutes to do. There's no essay component or letters of recommendation required for the general undergraduate application. So my thing is just stealing from Nike, just do it. It's really not that bad. You can do it while you binge watch whatever you're binge watching. It's really an easy application. So don't let that be a hindrance to you to meet some of these deadlines. Like our spring deadline is December the 1st. So don't put it off.
Right. Yeah.
everything
It's
in.
right around the corner.
Yeah.
All right, Donald, look alive.
Okay.
All right. Is there a cost to attend Ignition orientation?
There is a cost to attend the orientation. The cost for students right now is $60.
All right. Got another one. Are STEM students required to live on campus the first year? If so, are they guaranteed housing on the Marietta campus?
So a STEM student, that would be a major house down here on the Marietta campus. You are not required to live on campus, but if you choose to live on campus, you are going to live on the Marietta campus. So our policy, we're right in the middle of updating the text on the website just so we are crystal clear with the policy itself. If you are going to live at home in the primary home of your parent or guardian, if you are going to be over the age of 21 on the first day of classes, if you have over 30 credit hours, if you're married, if you have a dependent child, you're automatically waived from that requirement. Otherwise, we do expect you to live on campus. And that requirement is in place until we can't house you and we don't have space for you. But again, the Marietta campus also hit a wait list this year, so we were able to get students placed off that wait list. We have a strategy in place where we're increasing the number of first-year beds on the Marietta campus. So Hornet Village 100 used to be a mix of first-year and upper-class students. Next year will be all 100% first-year students. So there are 602 beds in all of Hornet Village that will be 100% first year. Some other gaming LLC housing opportunities available elsewhere on campus. So we should have space for you.
Awesome. Okay, Jacinta.
Yes.
Do dual enrollment students sign up for Ignition? So Jacinta and Dawn.
Oh, okay. So at this time, dual enrollments do not go to an Ignition orientation. Your orientation is actually online. It's virtual. So once you've been accepted for, say, the spring or dual enrollment term, you will go to dep.kennesaw.edu, and down at the bottom it'll say dual enrollment orientation. So you'll watch a video. It's only 25 minutes long. You get to listen to me talk. And
That's awesome. Where do I find this?
dep.kennesaw.edu, and so you'll watch that. It'll talk about funding, first day of classes, how to sign up, when to talk to your advisor, when to talk to the dual enrollment office, what documents you need to send in to us. So it's a full, just kind of going over everything you need for the first day of classes.
Okay, got another admissions question. They want to know if their daughter applies and her GPA or SAT score go up, would she resubmit, or how is that best handled?
You want me to answer?
Yeah.
Sure. So when you're applying to us and you get new scores or you complete a fall semester and have new grades, just update the application. You don't have to resubmit an application. You only do that once, right? Submit new documentation to the admissions office in the way that the high school says is official, or by requesting the scores from College Board or from ACT to have them sent to us officially. And that's how you update your application. So as new information comes in, we update your admissions file. That also counts for things, it counts for dual enrollment, it counts for the Honors College. So a lot of times we find students need to test a couple of times to get to the Honors College minimum requirements. They've already got the GPA, for instance, and you're more than welcome to update us with new test scores or a new high school transcript to recalculate a GPA. That's great for things too, like scholarship consideration. So our scholarship application will close February the 1st of your student senior year. So make sure, if you're a transfer student, you're coming in, it's going to close February 1st before the terms that you're coming, so particularly fall 2020. So keep those things in mind. But yes, update us all the time. You get new information, we want to have it.
Awesome. All right, Jacinta, lots of dual enrollment action.
There you go. All
We have an
right.
accepted student, another one.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah. Okay, and they want to know when, what their next steps are. Will they be contacted about registering for classes, and is there housing for dual enrollment students?
Yes and yes. So for spring students, similar to freshmen coming in, it's rolling. So we'll make a decision for you, and then you should receive your acceptance packet. So you'll get your acceptance letter and then your next step. So one of the first steps you'll need to do is, once again, go to dep.kennesaw.edu, and you will go to accepted student forms. You'll need to complete those 2 pieces, and then you'll also want to reach out to your DEP advisor, and you can set up a one-on-one advising session with them, and they can talk to you about classes, the classes you need to sign up for, and hopefully you've had a conversation with your high school counselor about what classes you need to complete your high school graduation requirements, so that next semester maybe you can take your English 1101 and that'll be your 4th English, all of those things. So there are next steps that we have for our students on the DEP website.
And let me say, we have taken dual enrollment light years ahead into the future, digitizing everything. Like, what a great 80s word, but digitizing everything. So thankfully, Jacinta's running that show, and special thanks to our big boss, Jackie, if she's out there in Facebook land.
Good job, Jackie.
Facebook fam, So we wouldn't have been able to do any of that without Jackie.
And there is, students can live on campus. Be mindful that the funding does not cover housing. So you will be paying out of pocket if you decide to live on campus for dual enrollment. And then also when it comes to space and putting down deposit, you have to be aware of those pieces as well. So.
Okay, we got another question for you, Chris.
Okay.
We have another accepted student for fall 2020.
Congrats.
They're all over it.
That's
So they're
awesome.
looking for that next
They were
step.
ready.
They're ready, yeah. So they want to know a little bit more about the roommate selection process.
Okay, great. Yeah, so on March 23rd, again, you'll be given a time slot for you to go into the housing portal and start searching for your potential roommate. Now, some students come in and know exactly who they want to live with. There's a way for you to search Jordan Stevenson. I want him to be my roommate. You guys will be linked up and you're good to go. If you don't know what you're looking for, we have this very complex algorithm on the back end. They're already laughing at me because I always say if you're out in the dating world, it's very much like one of the apps where it will say, here's someone who suggested. We don't have pictures. You don't swipe right or left.
Yeah.
If you could only swipe, though.
No bubble
But
match.
it
Not
says,
that I know what that looks like.
yeah, me neither. So there's a little link that says suggested roommates, and you'll push this button and it'll say, here's Jordan, he's an 80% match with you. Here's Donald, he's a 75% match with you. You can click on their name, see their profile. We've added something very cool this year where students, if you want to, you can provide your cell phone number, an email address, a Snapchat username or handle, and an Instagram handle so that you can all go out and connect that way if you prefer to DM or text and you don't want to use our messaging system in the portal. It's very cool.
That's next level.
It is next level, yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like your Netflix account. It tells you, like,
It-
you've watched this movie, so this is like your perfect match.
Right, exactly, yeah. And we do, from what I've
feel like I'm
seen in my
following.
years here, the students that come in knowing each other from high school maybe aren't the best friends when they start living together. But the random roommates, somebody you meet online over the summertime or at orientation,
Yeah.
We have that happen.
we get a lot of matches that happen at orientation. We do our best to accommodate them. Those are more successful roommate matches.
Awesome. Okay, if your major is offered on the Marietta campus, can you room with someone on the Kennesaw campus? Let's explain that again.
Okay, so on the Marietta campus, if you have a major based on the Marietta campus, you have to live on the Marietta campus. Kennesaw does not have that same requirement. So that Kennesaw student technically can live on the Marietta campus. You have to convince them that you're going to be the best roommate on earth and they need to come live with you down in Hornet Village, and then you guys can be a pair. Now, one technical, when you get into the roommate matching system, we have it set up so that Marietta students can see Marietta, Kennesaw can see Kennesaw, so you guys may not even be able to see each other, but we make magic happen in the housing office and we can accommodate almost every request.
Let me sell that for a second. So, like, if that really works out, that scenario, Hornet Village is literally a stone's throw from Stingers. Whereas it's a little further of a walk, not a long walk, but a little
Yeah.
further
Yeah.
of a walk or a tumble downhill. But on the Marietta campus,
Yeah.
you can,
It's right there.
You
could,
can literally roll at it.
Right. You could somersault the whole way, and you'd be there. Yeah, catapult. There you go.
Yeah.
One catapult.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pumpkin launch.
You make your
yourself.
own. Yeah, you make your own.
Full
I
circle.
like that. Okay, so if there is a wait list for fall housing, do we guide anyone to off-campus housing associated with KSU? What are the options for that?
So we don't have any off-campus housing that's affiliated with KSU. That's just something to clarify right off the bat. None of the off-campus housing is owned or operated by anything related to Kennesaw State. There is a very nice office on campus. I believe the website is KennesawOffCampus.com. If you were to go there, that will list all the apartment communities in the local area, any available opportunities. We direct students to that all summer long if they feel like they don't want to wait any longer. And they just want to get settled. We direct them to that website.
And we'll put that in the comments too.
Okay.
Okay, so admissions question. When do we complete our financial aid forms? Is it after acceptance?
So you should be completing your FAFSA now. That opened in October on the 1st. So if you go to financialaid.kennesaw.edu, you should be able to access your FAFSA online. I just want to make sure I'm saying it right because I know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I harp on it.
Yeah.
FAFSA. Not FAFSA. FAFSA. I never thought I'd be particular about it, but
But you can, you'll
help
do
them
that now. Fill out that so that you are getting, if you have to do any type of verification beforehand, you want to make sure that you're not waiting until the very last minute to see what your financial aid package looks like for you. And once it's been packaged, the financial aid office will let you know online to let you know what exactly you are responsible for and how much you will receive for your financial aid.
you can see that through AliExpress. But
Yeah.
short answer, you do not have to be admitted to submit the FAFSA. It's not like a step 1, apply, step 2, be admitted, step 3, FAFSA. You can submit the FAFSA, and that's the same for any school out there. So if you're applying to Kennesaw State and you're applying to Harvard, you would want to already have your FAFSA out there submitted with both Harvard and Kennesaw State school codes.
Right.
And just that's another thing. Just do it. Put the foot forward.
Yes.
It's something that you worry about. Get rid of the worry in your life and just do it.
The earlier the better.
Yeah.
Okay. How's the Wi-Fi on campus?
Ooh.
In the dorms specifically and in
I
general?
don't think we've ever had that
We've
question
never
before.
had that
That's a
question.
great question.
Shout out to the person there.
Yeah.
I phrased it a little nicer than
Oh,
it was
okay.
written.
Somebody tried to be real official. Am I going to be able to stream multiple things at the same time while also rendering some architecture drawing and also snapping and
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. So yes, how's that?
The residential Wi-Fi network is actually stellar. We just underwent a very, very expensive implementation this past summer where we contracted out to a third-party company that this is all they do is ResNet, residential networks on college campuses. The student feedback has been very positive overall. They have a 24/7 customer service line. You can have up to 7 devices using the network at the same time, and they guarantee the same network speed, which is 100 megabits down, 20 megabits up. So if that makes any sense to you whatsoever, you'll know that that's a very fast network. And they guarantee it on all 7 devices at the same time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I like it.
So do we think the parent or the student should be signing up for orientation and filling out the housing application? What do we want
I know
to,
my
what advice
answer.
do we want to offer there?
Is that your own question or is that did
That's
somebody
what- I'm
pose
just
that
phrasing
question?
I'm phrasing it a little.
All right, just curious.
Yes, yeah.
Well, I know my answer too.
Let's
So,
hear it.
Let's say it at the same time.
the student. We all,
Start again. No.
We forgot to count down.
Right, we did.
Yeah.
So we always encourage the student to sign up. Sometimes we have had instances where the parent is signing up the student but forgets to put the student's name. And so for the whole day, they're like, their parent's name is on the, and they're like, this is not my name. And so we do encourage the student to sign up for it. Now the parent can be over the shoulder, but we do encourage students because it also gives them an opportunity to learn how to use AliExpress, which is the same way they'll register for classes. And so we do encourage students to go ahead and learn how to use the system. So.
Yeah. Same on the housing side. We definitely prefer the students submit their own application. There's a section where the students will answer questions about themselves, what time they go to bed, how clean or messy they are, how cold they like the room or hot. And oftentimes what we discover is that parents don't really know their students as well as they might have thought. So allow your student that independence to put in their own profile so that when they hit that find my perfect roommate match, that it's an actual honest match. And what is online is actually true for that student.
Awesome. Okay, kind of a question touching again on like Marietta versus Kennesaw. Their son was accepted and listed engineering as their major, but he wants to live in Kennesaw. So let's clarify again, should he change his major to live on Kennesaw, not Marietta? So that's really a big question there.
This is a question near and dear to my heart. I started at Kennesaw State in 2011, and for the first 4 years here, I worked on the Marietta campus, and I've worked in housing my whole career. Love the Marietta campus, love the Marietta campus student. If you want to be an engineering student, more power to you. That's not my calling. But it is, do not change your major from something that you want to pursue and you want to spend your life studying and your career dedicated to. Go for it. Just do it. We strongly advise that STEM students do not change their major, because some programs you can't get back into after you change your major. And we have this live-on requirement for a reason, because those STEM majors are extremely difficult, extremely time-intensive. You need to be close to your classes. And you're going to want to be around other students who are studying the same things that you're studying, and you're going to be, commiserating together, and you're going to help each other, and you're going to build bonds that can't be broken. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Nice.
Yeah.
Building and engineering. Bonds.
Yeah.
Science.
Covalent bonds.
Can I ask a
Whoa,
question?
too much. What?
Can you, I know we have questions, but can you talk about living learning communities?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know why I did this.
Yeah, this is the international sign for living learning communities.
Can you talk about that?
Yeah, we have these communities that are just outstanding opportunities for students. In the housing application, you're going to see, based on your classification, these living learning communities. And all we're doing is putting students together who have similar interests, similar majors, and that the data shows that students who are clustered together and going through the same things are way more successful. College is not easy. I got a 1.8 GPA my first year of school, collectively, after both semesters. And I almost didn't make it out. It's not about me. Living learning communities. Sorry.
Quickly became about you.
Yeah. So living learning communities, we have engineering, we have gaming, we have outdoor adventure, we have honors, we have just a lot of different opportunities. Some are tied to academics, some are tied to personal interest. You'll apply, answer a few very simple questions, and then you could live in the engineering community, which was our most popular community last year. Over 200 students on the Marietta campus were in that community.
Yeah.
We bring in faculty, we have tutoring sessions, advising in the halls. It's just outstanding.
Okay, another dual enrollment question.
Awesome. All right, I'm ready.
When does a dual enrollment student transition to KSU if planning to attend for fall 2020? Does the December 2nd date apply to them for anything?
Yes, so if you are currently in dual enrollment, you are a senior in high school and you want to stay at KSU, go ahead and start the application process for scholarships. December 2nd, when the housing and orientation open up, go ahead and sign up for those things. The supplemental application that we have you complete to transition to a traditional student at KSU has no bearings on you going ahead and doing your next steps as a traditional student, because technically you are an admitted student with us. You've gone through and met the admission requirements for dual enrollment. You've exceeded minimums, so we want you to continue, and we don't want you to have to wait to do this application, the supplemental application, because due to funding, that's why you're not doing a freshman application, because we don't want that to mess that up. So go ahead, December 2nd, sign up for housing. Go ahead, do the application for scholarships. Open November 1st. It'll close February 1st. So go ahead and do those things. And then we'll reach out to you when it comes to that supplemental application.
Cool. Okay, can we reiterate that there's no deposit and what people need to do to let us know that they're coming to KSU?
Sounds like you just did half of it. So yeah, there is no deposit, no enrollment deposit, no saving your seat at Kennesaw State University, we feel like we are uniquely positioned in the state of Georgia to serve really honestly a majority of the students. That's one thing I absolutely love about this place, is that we have students from all different backgrounds, all walks of life. Anybody you can imagine is welcome here at the university. We had the largest freshman class or first year class in the entire state of Georgia for fall 2019. We're looking to do that again. We absolutely love our location, the majors that we have for you, the campus environment between our two campuses. So we absolutely want everybody and anybody that wants to come to KSU and can be admitted to come to the university. So there's no deposit to hold your seat, but what you want to do definitely is sign up for orientation. And then if you want to live on campus, sign up for housing. And I think what hopefully you've heard tonight is that when you really feel like you're ready to commit, and I would ask you to really think through it and say, is KSU the absolute place that I want to be? And we hope that it is. But when you make that decision, then you really commit and you sign up for orientation and you sign up for housing.
Yep.
So do that, and then you're good to go for fall 2020.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Housing question.
Sure.
My son is looking at the Hornet Village housing and is wondering, is there a kitchen area he can use?
Unfortunately, there is not. And in Hornet Village, there's no community kitchen or kitchens within the units. A lot of students will bring some very general cooking appliances. Nothing that turns red when you're using it. No toasters, no toaster ovens, but George Foreman grills are popular. Instant pots, crock pots, all those are safe cooking utensils. But again, just like Jordan said, you can army crawl to Stingers and go all you can eat 3 times a day, however many times a week you want. Yes.
Got that meal plan.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Donald, for the incoming freshmen, are they going to register at orientation for
I'm
classes?
so glad you asked. Let's talk about the orientation day.
Yeah.
So
Get into it.
Get them excited.
get you excited for this day. So registration is a part of the orientation day. So during orientation day, we want you to walk away feeling like you have everything ready to start school. So that's turning in additional documents, that you get paired with a peer group. We give you another tour so you remember the campus from open house. And so opportunity to hear from faculty, staff, students about the campus experience. Also time to talk about financial aid or any last minute things you need to do to be ready for the first day of class. And then you register for your classes on that day. So you get opportunity to talk with an advisor from your major to talk about what classes you want to take and need to take. And then you'll sign up for your classes before the end of the day. You also get your ID card.
Oh, yeah.
So you become really official on the orientation day.
Yeah.
So y'all are getting a lot of love. Lots of positivity, said
Great.
thank you,
Are
lots
people hitting
of,
the
Right.
heart
lot of
button?
it, a
Oh.
lot of
Heart
it.
button.
They're
Hearts.
saying they're
Thumb
We
loving
button.
it.
want, we want the hearts.
Especially
Yeah,
the
the
young
hearts.
lady is rocking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rockets.
Shout out.
Who said that to her?
Wendy.
Wendy.
Yeah.
All
Hey,
right.
Wendy.
Yeah.
She is rocking.
Okay, here's a little dicey one. Can males and females room together on campus?
Oh, unfortunately, we do not allow that. Each of our
Is that
units.
unfortunate?
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm sure that was a student asking, so yes. Each of our units are the same gender.
Okay. Okay. So here's kind of an admissions and housing, sort of. I have admission. I've been admitted. But if I can't go to physical class, can I switch to online classes? And the major would be construction management. How would they look into that? Is that an online program or?
You just make sure you're declaring the correct major. And then we do ask a question on the application. Are you interested in taking courses online? That's really more for our knowledge. It's not forcing you to take on campus in-person classes or online classes. It's not that kind of stratification. So you are more than welcome to take all online classes. You've been admitted, so hooty-hoo, congrats. And then you just sign up for your online courses.
Awesome. Okay, Chris,
Yes.
this is another one for you. My daughter's major is undeclared. Does she have to decide before applying for housing? She knows she wants to be on the Marietta campus.
Oh, okay. So an interesting, does she have to declare? No, the answer is no. What I would advise her to do, though, is if she knows that she wants to be on the Marietta campus, go ahead and select a major that is Marietta-based. If she gets into the housing portal, the very first page is going to say, hey, based on our records, you are a Kennesaw campus student or you are a Marietta campus student. So when she logs in, have her contact us, and we can make that change if she wants to live in Marietta.
Okay, awesome. When and how do you apply for scholarships?
Okay, so I'll take this one. So students, when you
I liked how you physically took it.
this is mine.
I'm doing so well.
So you can access the scholarship portal two ways. You can access it from scholarships.kennesaw.edu, or you can, actually it's three ways. You can go through the financial aid website, or you can go through your AliExpress. I would say go through your AliExpress because we keep talking about it and it's like the best, it's everything, it all encompassing your student portal. So you will go to the financial aid tab on your AliExpress account, it'll say scholarships. Once you're in the portal, you will have about 44 minutes to complete the application, but it saves it throughout that entire time. You do one scholarship application. That one scholarship application is reviewed by our University Foundation Financial Aid Office, and then you are matched with scholarships based on that information. So you're not having to apply to a separate scholarship each time. You just do one scholarship application. So I always encourage students when you're doing the scholarship application, make sure that you take the time to read through the prompts. If there's an essay component, they encourage students to do that in a Word document, write it out, and then paste it into that actual essay prompt. So that way you're correcting any type of grammar, any run-on sentences, anything like that, just so that you're going through that scholarship application. So although our admission application doesn't require an essay, the scholarship process will.
Let's see. Okay, here's one. Chris, do all marching owls live in the same housing?
No, we got this question earlier today. So if you are interested in being a marching owl and going through marching band auditions, what you'll do is you'll go through the housing process, pick the housing that best suits your needs, whether it's your financial needs, your student needs, your academic needs, and then we work very closely with the marching band for those of you who will be going through auditions. You'll get to move in early the weekend of auditions. You can live anywhere. There's no specific place.
Okay. And do they get to move in early?
They do, yes. Traditionally, it's the Friday before move-in, so a whole 7 days early. But trust me, you're going to be doing auditions for marching band in the August heat here in Georgia, so I'd rather be inside myself. But
Okay, here's another good one. Are housing and dining options open during holidays and breaks?
Oh, I can talk about the housing definitively. We never close. Some schools will make you take your stuff home over the December and spring breaks, not us. Once you pick up your key in August, that space is yours until May. If you're a student, you're home for the December break, you want to come home just to escape for 15 minutes, you can come back on campus. The doors will open up for you. Dining, I do know that they do close during the breaks. I don't know the specific dates, but I'm sure that's all on the website.
Yeah, I bet we can grab that link and post it.
Okay, I got a couple more I'll ask one more dual enrollment question. Okay.
Is it from Wendy?
No, I don't think so. This one's from Debbie. Do dual enrollment students sign up for orientation and housing on December 2nd, or if they will start in fall 2020 as a regular student? Let's reiterate that.
Yes. So if you are if you're a senior, so you're graduating May 2020, and you are continuing to KSU after dual enrollment, you will sign up for orientation and housing on December 2nd. You can go ahead and start the application for scholarships. Yeah.
How's the parking situation? This person was late for classes back in the 90s.
Nice. What'd you park on back then? Gravel? Do you remember?
You parked on the campus green.
I remember. Did you park on the green?
On the green.
You don't remember that. You're not
Right
old
in
enough.
front of Kennesaw?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Right. I'm trying to remember back then. I mean, I did live in the area, but I didn't go to school in the 90s here. Oh, no, so actually I'll give a little, I was having a conversation with somebody in my office earlier today, and we hear that quite often. You hear that about a lot of universities, parking and parking struggles, and it's just one of those things, right? Because people don't realize it takes a lot of money to build a parking deck. Now we have, just on the Kennesaw campus alone, we have three Four parking decks. They're
Parked
all
in the grass
apt.
and he got tickets. He
Parked
said,
in
I
the
parked
grass
in
and
the
got
grass
tickets?
and I got tickets.
Good for you. I hope you paid them.
See, I was right. I was right.
Did you pay them off and get be able to actually graduate? Hopefully. So long story short, I was having a conversation with somebody in my office about the East Deck today. And I think a lot of times parking gets a bad rap, but she had gone through the East Deck and has been doing so consistently, keeping up with how many spaces are available. What a project. Oh, wow. And we have over 150 spots available in the East Deck almost any day you go there. Okay. So people think like, I can't park in one of the decks, I have to park in one of the off-campus economy lots or something like that. And it's just not true. I think that some of it depends on when your classes are and what time of the day they are and how early you need to get here, things like that. But I think that parking is an overblown issue, not just with us, but other universities as well.
I agree. I think students
now somebody will murder me.
I think students have the expectation they're going to park right in front of their building as well.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's just
That's a
not
very good point,
realistic.
yeah.
That's
I
just
did
not
that
gonna
once.
happen. Yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
Parts of the faculty. Pretty good.
Don't park
Got a
in the
good
faculty
got a
and
good
stop
ticket.
lots. You don't want a ticket.
Okay, we have about 5 minutes left. I'm going to stop with the questions. We want to leave some final parting thoughts.
Yeah.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Parting thoughts.
Parting
Well,
Tell us.
so we are here to assist you in your transition. And so everyone around this table, we are excited for those of you who have already been accepted. And for those of you who are waiting on your acceptance, we are even more excited for you also. And so, we just want to make sure you follow the next steps. If you don't remember anything else from today, the next steps. Sign up for orientation, sign up for housing. If you have any questions, both of our websites have all the information you need, including dates. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you all at orientation.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Get to hang out with Tom.
Yeah,
That's the best
Donald's the
part.
best.
Yeah.
He really is. I think, follow the next steps and then don't panic. Especially on the housing side, we've already had waitlist questions tonight. We haven't even opened up our housing yet. Yes, we have hit a wait list the last couple years. That doesn't mean on December 2nd at 10:01, all 500 of you need to go into the portal at the same time. We have 5,200 bed spaces between both campuses, 3,500 in Kennesaw, 1,700 in Marietta. Your chances are very, very good. And then shout out to Heather and the Talon One staff. They're the one who take all of our phone calls. If you call housing, it's landing at the Talon One Service Center. A great group of people. Be nice to them, please, because your panic is pushed onto them. And we bought them a lot of cookies last year. Don't panic when housing opens up. Everything's going to be great. Again, mid-May last year, we hit a wait list.
All right, well, we got a couple more minutes. I'll just throw a couple more questions out there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Let's see a good one. Okay, we can touch again on when you choose your roommates. Do roommates need to be decided when you sign up for housing, or you match at a later date?
You match at a later date. One of the reasons, March 23rd is when it opens, April 10th is when it closes. You have 3 full weeks to do that. Take your time with it. You don't need to know who it is that you're living with in December. Give it time. And we wait until mid-March, late March to open it up so that we have as many quality roommates for you to choose from as possible.
Okay. Let's see. Another Marietta campus question.
Okay.
Sorry guys. I lost it. Just
Uh-oh.
1 second. Oh no, they're coming in so fast I can't see where it went.
The mad rush.
Okay,
Yes.
here we go.
Yeah.
If their son is not quite sure about their major, but they're thinking about interactive design, would that be Marietta?
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to look at them.
It's
Yes.
College of the Arts and Humanities, but it is a Marietta campus major. A lot of your classes will be down here for interactive design.
Okay. Can you repeat again when we have to pay the $175 after the $200 is paid?
Yes. So again, room selection doesn't open up until April 20th. And we will not accept that $175 until you are able to get a room. So it's really up to you. It depends. When you put that room in your shopping cart and you go to checkout, it's going to ask you for that payment. And that's when that room is yours. No going back.
Cool.
Awesome.
So a couple of reminders as we close out the evening. Visit spring.kennesaw.edu. So if you're looking to come here for the spring, you want to find out a little more information, please visit spring.kennesaw.edu. Be mindful of deadlines for all of us, right? December the 2nd, housing and orientation open. Our deadline to apply for spring is December the 1st, so the day before. So don't mix those two up. I probably should have said them at separate times. And, if you're applying for fall 2020, right now we're on rolling admissions. So Jacinta talked a little bit earlier about the decision process inside of admissions. But don't delay your application. Make sure you apply. Get us the transcript. Get us test scores so you can complete your app, and we can consider you for fall. We have had an incredible night.
Yeah, it's been great.
Hope to see everybody on November 23rd at the Gardner-Webb football game. We also have basketball going on right now. Matter of fact,
Yes.
we're missing a game tonight.
Yes.
We're playing Reinhardt
Yes.
on
dedicated to
campus.
you guys.
So a lot of fun stuff. Thank y'all so much for being with
Thanks
us.
for having us.
Of course, of course. Any questions we didn't answer, we'll make sure to pop onto Facebook and answer for you as well. Keep the questions coming. We're on there all the time, so we'd love to answer your questions. And we're going to do a good sign-off, right?
Yes.
We're going to allies. You want to allies it?
Allies, so
Connect them?
them.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right, and hooty-hoo.
Hooty-hoo.